Today we're going to read a story called School Isn't Fair. When we've been reading this week, we've been working on practicing the 5 W's. Who, what, when, where, and why. Say it with me this time. Ready? Who, what, when, where, and why. Let me hear you by yourself this time. Ready? Good job! Good readers always listen for the 5 W's as we're reading, so that we can tell the story at the end. Today, while you're listening to our story, School Isn't Fair, be listening for the 5 W's. Who, what, when, where, and why. School isn't fair. A boy there named Donnie is stronger than me. That's because he's 5 and I'm only 4. When I get to be 5, he'll be 6. And when I get to be 6, he'll be 7. I'll never catch up. That isn't fair. I try to play with Donnie, but he likes to knock me down. He runs and crashes into me and says he is a superhero. I say I am a superhero, and he knocks me down again. So then I say he is a stinkhead and lie down very flat on the floor. During story time, Linda sits on the rug in front of me. She kneels to see the pictures better, but then I can't see, so I knock her down, just like Donnie would. Mrs. Monroe stops reading, and I tell her I'm a superhero. She puts me on a chair in the back of the room where I can't see the pictures at all. That's not fair. Friends, I want you to think about if someone pushed you down when we were reading a story in class. Give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down if you think that's okay. Yeah, I agree. Thumbs down. Mrs. Monroe takes out the clay, and I run to put on my smock. When I get back, all the clay is given out. Wouldn't anyone like to share with Edward, she asks. Nobody says anything. They don't even have smocks on. Mrs. Monroe brings me paints, but I don't want to use them. I just sit and watch the others get clay all over their clothes. Tamiko makes a clay heart for me. She calls it a love. I want to show her how strong I am, so I drill and squish the heart with my 2 hands. Then she says I'm mean. Donnie and Kenneth and Luke play firemen. They use the rocking boat as a fire engine. I want to ride in it too, but they say there's no room and I'm too little. I tell them I'm older than Kenneth, who's playing. Then Kenneth stands up to show he is bigger. How can that be? Kenneth has new sneakers, just like Luke's. Maybe they make him taller. For snack, we have carrots and apple juice. My carrot has a stump left on it, so I don't eat it. We get to pour our own juice. I do mine just right. But Linda does hers sloppy and sparkles my shirt. That's not fair. When we go out to the playground, Kenneth and Luke get to the glider before me because they run faster. I think I need new sneakers. Theirs have pictures of tigers on them. The only thing on my sneakers is dirt. They stay on the glider the whole time and never give me a turn. Not even when I say please. That's not fair. If Luke got sick, I could ride on the glider with Kenneth. I tell Luke he catches a cold. In music, I get one of the maracas. Donnie gets the drum. I like the drum best, but I never get it. That's not fair. I want to sing Jingle Bells, but everyone says the time for Jingle Bells is over. I say we can sing for next year. They sing Old MacDonald instead. I whisper Jingle Bells anyway. When it's time to go home, Donnie can't zip his jacket. Since Mrs. Monroe is helping Linda, I zip Donnie's jacket for him. He doesn't knock me down this time. He says thanks. Mrs. Monroe tells everybody that I am the best at zipping. I am super zipper, I say. I tell them I can do buttons too, and once I even tied a knot. In the car, my mother asks me how school was, and I tell her what Mrs. Monroe did. She smiles and says she's proud of me. I guess I like being good at zipping. Maybe I should get on the phone and call Luke when I get home to make sure he's okay. It wouldn't be fair if he got sick. He's one of my best friends. Tomorrow, I think I'll even help him zip his jacket. The end. All right, so tell me again, what were we thinking about as we read this story? That's right, the 5 W's. Who was the main character in our story? That's right, his name was Edward. We also heard about a boy named Donnie, and we heard about some other classmates too, Luke and Kenneth. And we even heard about his teacher, Mrs. Monroe. Where were they? That's right, they were at school. When do you think this story took place? Now, this story didn't actually tell us when it happened, but there's a few clues that good readers listen for to help them decide. Now, we know that we go to school from August until about June. So it could be one of those months. We also know that at the end of the story, he wanted to sing Jingle Bells, but they said it wasn't time for that anymore. So it's probably not the month of December anymore. We also know that they're putting on coats to go outside, so maybe it's early spring when it's still sort of cold during the day. What were some things that happened in this story? A lot happened in this story. We heard all about the things that happened at school that Edward didn't think was fair. Some things that were not nice and some things that friends did for him that were nice. We heard how Donnie pushed him down and then he pushed someone else but got in trouble. We heard about how someone made something for him but then he squished it and they said he was mean. We heard about how they had to share the instruments in music class. And lastly, we heard how he did a really great thing and helped out his friend Donnie when he zipped up his jacket. Then our main character Edward realized that it's nice to be a good friend to people and to share and be fair. Thanks for reading with me today, friends. I hope you have a great afternoon. Bye!